All right, let's get the show on the road here. So I'm not big with setting intentions for my yoga practice because I feel like the way life has been, the intention is just to get to the mat most days and just to breathe and move and survive. So, but for today, if you feel up for setting an intention for yourself, I think it's a good way to start. We're midweek, mid crazy. The intention I've been bringing to my practice is making my practice feel really efficient. So like not overdoing it, just being at that place where you really feel your muscles and your breath working, but not feeling like you're gonna like collapse and fall on the floor, need a crane to pull you out, right? So efficiency, effective yoga poses, calm practice to kind of bring us down. That's my goal, and I hope that maybe you want to share the same with me today. If not, find something else, just focus on surviving. Come to a child's pose, let the knees go wide. Your big toes come together. Your arms energetically reach forward. If this does not feel good for you today, make it work. Your arms can just reach back, kind of like a swimmer's pose. And really focus on your breath. Letting your breath guide you through the practice. So listening to it and feeling. Move your seat a little further back to the skinny edge of your mat. Yeah, behind you. And then with that action of the seat moving back, the arms can slide a little bit more forward. And then run a little bit more energy through your upper body so your arms are really active, your palms spread wide. Good. And then press up onto all fours, curl the toes into the mat. Pause for a second. Focus on your arms, firm up the sides of your outer arms, press firmly into your hands, and very slowly start to move your hips up and back with your knees bent to a downward facing dog. And as you get to a downward facing dog, sometimes you find you have to walk it out a little bit and kind of find the appropriate distance. Let your head hang soft. Bend as much behind your knees as you need. And my suggestion is to think about breathing your hips up off your shoulders. It kind of sounds like a weird cue, but seeing if you can kind of lighten your hips up off your shoulders and get a little out of your arms. Your arms and legs are very active, but you want to avoid dumping the weight into the shoulder joints. Good. Draw your belly in. Fix your eyes on a drishti, a focal point that works for you today. You may find that some days your focal point kind of bounces around. That's very normal. Everything is normal. Just tell yourself that. Spread your toes wide. And let your breath just free flow. Another inhale. On the exhale, roll forward to plank. Align yourself this morning. And for the first one, I always find I have to step it out a little bit. Yeah. Fix your eyes a little forward to the front edge of your mat. And if this doesn't feel too good, like you're putting out too much energy, just drop your knees and support. This is still really challenging because you can focus on pulling your hands and your shoulders kind of away. Broaden across the upper shoulders, draw the navel to the back of the spine. And move your energy a little bit more forward so you're on the tippy toes. Hold. Inhale the breath. Let the breath run through your body. Exhale, see if you can sustain. Plug down to create a little bit more space. Contract your thighs. Hug your outer ankles in. Take another big full inhale breath in. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just let your body find its natural place now. Roll forward to a plank. Good. Take your right knee and draw it in towards the center line of your body, round your spine. Bring your forehead and your knee to touch. Grip your outer arms in and really thinking about kind of scooping out your lower belly. Draw it closer. Grip the outer arms in, press down. Slide your right foot back to a plank and pause without your hips moving. Take your left knee, draw it towards your navel, round your spine. Scoop out your lower belly, press down into the mat. Bring it closer, create more resistance for yourself. Slide the left foot back, plank position, pause. Bend your knees if you need to. Yep, drop them to the floor. Lower halfway chaturanga and pause. Drop your knees if it's too much. Very slow press up to a plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, roll forward plank. Take your right knee towards your navel. As you draw it in, then scoop out your belly, draw your knee to your forehead. You got it. Slide the right foot back to a plank without the hips moving. Take the left knee in. Scoop out the belly, round in. Let your eyes move forward and then slide your left foot back, plank. Slow chaturanga or drop your knees. This time you can pull your chest through for an up dog, thank God, pull your chest through. Open up the front side of your body or baby cobra. Slow, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, take 2 big steps to get there this morning. Yes, and just 1, 2, bring your feet together, have a little separation, long spine on the inhale, breath, or hands to the front of the shins, it's up to you. Exhale, fold over your legs. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to prayer at heart. Stand still for a second, just feel your energy. Everyone's is a little different. Close your eyes, just feel your weight kind of distribute back into your heels. Yeah, and then forward to the balls of your feet, and then find that center. Sweep your arms straight up or out and up, it's up to you. Exhale, fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine, plant your palms. 2 big steps gets you back to plank. Bend your elbows in half chaturanga. Try and do this slow. Pull yourself through a nice clean up dog if you're taking them. Downward facing dog, hips press back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yeah. Look where you want to go. You can step. If you're going to do that, alternate the step, yeah, or land lightly to the top of the mat. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up, ground. Drag the hands to prayer at heart center. Drop your arms. So each one's like a new opportunity. Stretch the arms up, look up. Dive in half over bent knees. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Plant the palms. You can step, you can float if you want to. Yeah, it's up to you. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. So you put as much out as you need. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot. That's the cool thing about this. Press down, the sun is coming out. Look where you want to go, step or float. Long spine on the inhale, weight stays forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come up. Hands to prayer to heart. Drop your arms. Slide the arms up. I just heard the ring beep. I hope no one escaped my house. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold. It'd be pretty funny after this if no one was in the rooms. Long spine, oh my God. Exhale, step or float to a chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Press down through your hands. Look where you want to go. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold over yourself. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. 1 more. Slide the arms straight up, look up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Step or float to your chaturanga. Move through your up dog, nice and clean. Press through the tops of the feet, point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Leave it behind. Roll forward to plank. Yeah, go ahead, roll forward, plank. I know it's really exciting. Hug your right knee to your navel, draw in. Scoop out your belly and draw your knee to your forehead. It's like a cat. Keep looking forward now. Step your right foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips. Just pause. You're in a low lunge. So make sure your feet are about hips width distance. Feel the weight into your right heel. Come to your fingertips here. Grip your right hip in, and then just let your fingertips kind of hover an inch or 2 from the ground. Lead with your chest. Ground your right foot, your right heel. Grip your right hip underneath you. Activate your back left leg. These look good, guys. Like you're in a plank position. with your back left leg. It's super strong. Arms then reach back like a set of airplane wings. Your drishti moves forward a little. You're just hovering. Steer your right hip, activate your back leg, press through your feet, anchor and rise, crescent lunge. Yeah. Little bend in your back knee if you feel like your hip points need to move forward. It's a good cue. Or fire up from your thigh, from your hamstring. Let your eyes just move forward a little. Maybe look up with your eyes a little. It kind of helps the energy. And just breathe. Scissor the inner and outer thighs in. Lift your waist up. And just feel. Try not to run away from the feeling. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Keep your right foot where it is. Turn your back foot. It's going to need to come in a little bit on a strong angle. Don't come up. Come to your fingertips again. Steer your right hip back and your left thigh forward. Lift your fingertips up again, just like we did. Yes. So you're just hovering your fingertips and you're thinking about the lower half of your body. So your right hip moves back, your right hip grips in, and then your arms reach back. So you realize how much of the lower half of the body needs to control the pose. Steer the left side of your body more forward and then anchor to rise, warrior one. Sometimes when you get up from that position, you need to slide your right foot a little bit more forward. Right hip back, left thigh, left ribs, forward. Now your arms can reach straight up like this, or they can come a little bit on an angle into a prayer. I really like this. It feels great, hugging in. And then look up a little with your eyes as you press your palms firmly together. Focus on the outer leg, the back leg. Hands to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana, or just skip it if you're not into it today. Up dog. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, roll forward to plank. Hug your left knee in, scoop out your belly, drag your knee to your forehead. Feel the hands press down, feel your outer arms press and hug in, and then look forward a little with your eyes, land your left foot forward. Come to your fingertips, work out the arrangement with your feet. Back heel is lifted, knee can always drop. Come to your fingertips and then let the fingertips just hover an inch or two. So feel like you're doing a little up dog with your chest. Lead your chest forward. Look forward a little. Steer your left hip back. Contract your right thigh, your right hip, your right glute. And then slide your arms back so they're hovering. And just breathe. If you feel like all your weight is dumping into your front leg, find some balance for yourself. Back right leg is really engaged. It's like a plank. Yeah. Press down, feel the weight in your left heel. Feel the sides of your body stay strong, then start to come up crescent lunge. Do your best work that you can here. Hip points forward, waist is long, back leg strong. I didn't mean to rhyme. It kind of just worked out. Energetically reach. And look up a little with your eyes and just pause in the pose. Sit a little deeper. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Keep the front leg exactly where it is so nothing changes. Just scoot your back foot in about an inch and turn it on a strong angle. Do the same thing. Steer the left hip back, activate your right leg and thigh. Come to your fingertips and pause. And then lift the fingertips so they hover an inch. Steer and then bring your arms straight back like a set of airplane wings. And then find the strength in your legs. Right thigh turns forward enough that your hip and thigh can go with you. Anchor through your feet and then rise, warrior one. Nice, Kristen. Slide your left leg forward if you feel like you got more space. And then bend into your thigh, not into your knee. Lift your hip points and your waist up and then maybe bring those hands to a prayer. It's off center though, it's a little forward. Hug the outer triceps in, press the palms firmly. Ground the outer blade of your back foot. Steer the right ribs a little bit more forward. Stay with it. Hands come down, plank position. Move through your vinyasa. Just make it feel kind of effective and easy. Drag your chest through. Take a downward facing dog. Meet me there. Deep breath in. Loud breath out. Look where you want to go. Step or float, feet to the top. Long spine right here. Weight is forward, fold over yourself. Sit again into a chair. For the first time today, weight moves into your heels. Remember, just let the nature of your body move into this pose. So for all of us, most of the time, we have a natural curve through our spine. So don't force your back to be straight. Just go with that. Weight moves into your heels. And then straighten out your arms the best that you can. Feel the strength that your legs have. Press all the way up to a standing position. Bring the hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Now let's put it all together. Slide the arms up. Sit into strong chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. You can step, you can float. Chaturanga or not. Up dog, press actively through the tops of the feet. Use the strength of the legs. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot on a strong angle. If you prefer crescent lunge today, you can take that. I'll give you the option. Warrior one. Make it feel good for you. Hands come down. Vinyasa or not. You could just go right to a dog and work from there. Up dog should feel good. Downward facing dog back. Just let the left foot land forward. Warrior one or crescent. Hands come down. Vinyasa. Upward facing. Downward facing. Let it go. Spread your toes wide in your down dog and see if you can get a little stretch in the front of your shins. Plug down with your hands. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Feet to the top. Long spine. Weight stays forward. Exhale, fold. Sit into a chair. Weight moves into your heels. Stick your butt back. Yeah, thighs back, weight in your heels. You can always separate your feet here too. So really bend deep, and then start to straighten out your legs. You're just gonna fold over the legs. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog, press actively through the tops of the feet. Downward facing dog back. You look great. Right foot forward. Warrior one or crescent lunge today. Hands come down, vinyasa. Up dog. Downward facing. Left foot land, just building some momentum, some clean energy. Rise up. Hands come down, plank position. So move slow enough that you can really feel. Yeah. Upward facing. Downward facing dog, be still. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Maybe you start to feel yourself kind of landing into the practice. Look where you want to go, step or float. That is the goal. Long spine, weight stays forward. Exhale, fold, sit chair. How about your mindset, right? So really sit into your chair. And as you straighten over your legs, you're doing that over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Look forward a little with your eyes. Step or float through your vinyasa. Upward facing slides you through. Activate your legs. Downward facing. Right foot forward. Back foot on a strong angle or crescent lunge. Come on up. Hands come down. Chaturanga. Upward facing point. Downward facing back. Left foot forward. Just keep moving here. Warrior one. Hands come down. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Upward facing dog point. Downward facing dog back. Be still. Breath in. Breath out. Just one more. Press to your hands. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Long spine on the inhale. Weight stays forward. Exhale, fold. Sit again, chair. Your arms are as straight as you can get them. Yes. Drop down into your seat. Move your weight back into your heels. And then as you fold, fold over bent legs. Forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog pulls you through. Downward facing dog back. One more time, right foot forward, warrior one. Hands come down, vinyasa or not. Left foot lands, back foot strong. Here we go. Last one of these. Warrior one. Hands come down. Plank position or right back. Whatever you need. Meet me in a dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Good. Bring your feet together in your down dog. Look forward, roll forward to plank, lean onto your left hand. We're going to take a Vashisthasana. Listen, if you want to take side plank today with your knee down, this is a great way to take it. You can float the leg up, hip height. You can keep your right foot down in kind of a warrior two position. Same arm setup. Stack the two shoulders, lift from your bottom hip, and then look up with your eyes. So I'm showing here right now a very nice modification. You can, if anything's going on in your shoulder, come to a tented finger, or you can always drop down to your forearm. Lift from your bottom hip, look up. Come back to your breath. Grip the bottom hip underneath you. Firm up that bottom left arm. Look down with your eyes. Plank position nice and slow. From your plank, take your right knee towards your right tricep, just in the general direction. Doesn't necessarily need to make it all the way there. Grip your outer arms in. And then keeping your eyes forward, take your right knee just in towards your navel. Keeping that energy moving forward. Land the right foot forward. Turn your back foot strong. Cartwheel open warrior two. And then take a second to work out the feeling. Good. Settle into your breath. Run a lot of energy through your upper body, and then allow your tailbone to drop, and pay attention to this right knee. It's really important that the knee never wraps in. It externally rotates out. So think inner thigh rolling to the outer part of your right baby toe. Lengthen the tailbone down. Good. Then keeping your body like this, the side of your body nice and long, the crown of the head extending up. Just bring your arms forward, like someone's handing you a tray of something, but be aware of not leaning all the way forward. Sit up nice and tall. Wrap your left arm under, eagle the arms. Lift the elbows up. Yeah, side of the body stays long. Nothing is twisting forward. You're lengthening down. Close your eyes and breathe. Use the strength of your left leg. Press that firm into the mat. Sit a little deeper. So when you want to unravel the arms right now, unravel them straight up towards the sky. Yes. Drop down a little deeper, and then bring your arms down so they meet regular warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse the warrior, but remind yourself this is not a back bend. So it's just a gentle side body opening. There should be no pressure on your lower back. Good. Sit a little deeper, and then reach with your right arm. Either rest your arm on the top of your thigh this morning. Make this feel like easy and like effective. It's not easy. Or use a block to the outside of your foot. A variation. Top arm's gonna wrap forward, or just go straight up with it, or hand to your hip. You should be able to breathe. A few things to focus on. Feet strong, legs engaged, right hip. Tuck it and hug it underneath you. Turn up your bottom ribs. Let your right shoulder slide down. And run a lot of energy through that left arm, wherever you are. Breathe. If your hand is like mine on the outside of the foot, remind yourself to press the outer part of your right thigh to the inside of the right arm. If your arm is just resting on the top of the thigh, make it very light. 3 more breaths. Top arm pulls you up, warrior two, take any bounce out. Look forward with your eyes, circle the hands to the floor, vinyasa. or skip it. Upward facing dog, make that feel good. Thank gosh for up dog. Downward facing dog, hips pressed back. Feet come together at the back of the mat. Look forward, lean onto your right hand. We're going for side plank here. I'll show you the modification again. Right knee just drops. You can stay with the left leg strong, left arm up. So sometimes when you opt for the other modified poses, focus on different things, right? Really focus on maybe the breath or creating more space in the upper torso. Look up a little with your eyes. These look great. Still in it. Look down. Left hand slowly, plank position. Wherever you are, take your left knee towards your left tricep in the general direction. Keep looking forward. Hug the knee straight in. Hug it straight in. Keep looking forward. Land your left foot forward and through warrior two. As you circle up to this warrior two, take a second to kind of get yourself set up. Think about the points of alignment. Back foot is turned enough. Inner left thigh turning open, tailbone dropping, rib cage long, and lots of energy running through your arms. Feel the weight in the standing left heel, but feel your back right leg. Just as much energy and strength. Keep the body aligned like this. Bring the arms just forward, straight forward. Wrap the right arm underneath the left. If you think you mixed it up, do the arm you didn't wrap yet. Lift the elbows up. Pause here. Turn the inner part of the thigh open. Lengthen down. Find more space in your body to create the energy that you need to support the pose. Last few breaths, close your eyes. When you release your arms, release them straight up, like you're holding something in between your hands and you feel the sides of your arms fire up. Then with that energy, drop them down, parallel. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And then really lengthen through the side body and float either your arm to the top of the thigh or hand to the outside of the foot. It's up to you how you want to roll today. Top arm can go straight up or up and forward. Grip your left hip underneath you, turn up your bottom ribs, and soften your shoulder in either of these options. Stay with it. Three more breaths. Anchor your feet and your legs. Pull up without any bounce, warrior two. Look forward, circle the hands to the floor, vinyasa. When you take that up dog, press like a lot through the tops of the feet, broaden the shoulders, press to the hands, and then using your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, land your right foot again forward in between your hands. Don't come up though this time. Turn your back foot on a strong angle. So work this out with your stance. Pull up on the front of your shin, triangle pose. So if you need a block is useful to the outside of your calf in triangle. And you kind of have to work out the splay of your feet. Some of us need longer positioning, some of us need tighter and shorter. This is not a back bend. This is a side body opening. Yes. So create a lot of space from your right ribs towards your right thigh. Look up with your eyes. Think side plank arms. Grip your right hip underneath you. Lighten the feeling that you have in this pose. Detach the sensation. Keeping your right foot forward. Don't let that turn in. Left hand can come to your hip. Stay close to the floor. Float up to a half moon. I actually changed the position of my block. I was always super high with the block. Now I'm working on that mid-level. So play with display of where you need your block to be and how high it needs to be. Maybe you need a wall. Maybe you need to lean against the wall. Grip your right hip underneath you. Keep your right foot forward. Float the left arm up and the left leg up. Hip height. If you need Shavasana today, please take it. That's a bend at your knee. You'll grab behind you and grab your foot. Nice, Kristen. Maybe get lighter in your bottom hand. It's up to you. 3 fingers, 2 fingers. Maybe the bottom hand comes to a prayer. Maybe you're just thinking about that. Keep gripping that right hip underneath you. Helps a lot. If you took a bind, just release and meet us in a regular half. Now the transitions is like its own pose. So look down with your eyes, left hand comes to the floor, square your hips first, then slide your feet together. Then we sit right into a chair. You knew it was coming. Lower your seat as low as you can get it today. Bring your hands to prayer. Inhale that breath. Let's take our twist to the right. Hook the elbow. Good. Slide the seat back. Weight moves into your heels. Yeah, and if you're sensitive in your low back, separate your feet hips width and place a block in between your thighs. Open up your arms if you want a little bit more today, or stay as you are. Move more tension and more weight into your heels. Squeeze the inner and outer thighs together. Keep the legs the way they are. Pull back around to a strong chair. Look forward with your eyes. Wrap everything in. Hug in. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. So right here you have an option. Your feet are together and you can set up right for crow. So if you want to work into crow, set up your arms in front of you. Separate your knees, but keep your feet together. Place your knees high up onto your upper arms. You can stay with a crow prep. This is fine. If you opt for not doing this, separate your feet wide. Come into squat malasana. I'll show that today. Sit up nice and tall. Use the back of your triceps. Lengthen the tailbone. Yeah, so just find something that you know you can hold for the next few breaths. And maybe you get to a crow and you're like, this isn't working out for me today. Come and join us. Lengthen the tailbone, sit upright. Nice. If you're in crow, round your spine, draw your navel in like we practiced before, look forward a little. However you like to get back, if you want to step, if you want to float, yeah, if you want to fly, go for it. Let me know how it is. Find your way back, downward facing dog, vinyasa or not. When we get back to our downward facing dog, immediately we'll step our left foot forward and through, turn the back foot strong, and we'll find our way into triangle pose. So triangle from the ground up. I love taking triangle from the ground up. Pull up on the shin, slide the right arm up. Nice. Just be really mindful to not lock out that front leg. Yeah, so I keep a little bend behind it. Yeah. And using the side of your body to really lift you. If your hand is on the front of your shin, envision kind of pulling up on the pants. You get a lot more lift from the body by doing that. Use your obliques. Hug your hips underneath you. Feel your front foot. Keep it strong. Keep the leg and the hip underneath you. Right hand to your hip. Look down. Float right to your half moon. Move your energy slowly. Right hand to your hip. Right arm up. It's up to you. Spark up your right toes. Lean against a wall. Add in the Shavasana if you need that today. Or just stay as you are. Maybe get lighter in your bottom hand for the last few breaths. Turn your bottom ribs a little bit more towards the sky. Look up with your eyes. And if you took that back bend, that Shavasana, just release and meet us in a regular half moon. Really nice work. Look down with your eyes. Sometimes you know when it's time to get out, you just fall. Look down, right hand to the floor, square your hips. Then slide your feet together. As your feet meet at the top of the mat, sit into a chair, strong chair. Weight moves into your heels. Really move that energy back. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. Hook the elbow, turn towards the left. So I've been doing this pose for 20 years. I always look for the principal alignments, make sure my feet, my knees are together. And then with that energy, we hug in and we lengthen and twist. Open up your arms if you want more. Keep moving your weight back. Crown of the head is moving forward. Focus a lot on your legs. Focus on your weight and your heels. Keep the legs strong. Pull around to a chair. Look forward with your eyes. Focus on your leg strength. Press all the way up to a standing position. Bring your hands to prayer. Slide your hands to your hips. Step your left foot back about 3 feet. Walk your right foot to the right. With your right hand on your hip, lengthen the left arm up. We're coming into twisting triangle this morning. Focus on your leg strength to support the pose. Come forward halfway. Use your right hand, steer your right hip back, and then come the rest of the way down. If you don't have a block nearby, place your hand on your shin. Left arm will stay straight. Go any direction with the block that you feel that you can be in the twist and not in your lower back. Very important. Steer the legs back and the hips back, look to the right, and then begin to open. Maybe the right arm doesn't want to open today, so you can just keep it here on your low back. It's up to you. Focus in this pose on your back leg. Yeah. The outer blade of your foot and all the muscles around your kneecap. Contract the quadricep and then continue to move those hips back. With that energy, the spine can lengthen and you can really find the space to open in this pose. Stay a little longer. The magic happens. Look down with your eyes. Place both hands to the floor and just fold. Just fold over your right leg for just a breath or two. Just a breath or two. And then bring both your hands back to your hips and pull yourself up. Just pause right here. Just take a second. Bring your arms forward. Yeah, wrap them forward like we did before. The left arm's gonna wrap underneath the right arm. Lift the elbows up. Now think about your front leg kind of stepping into a chair pose. As you bend into your right leg, left leg wraps around for eagle. Just do your best with this. It's very controlled. And then once you get to your eagle, steer your seat back, move the energy into your right heel, left hip back, right hip forward, and then lift your elbows up. Squeeze down the center line of your body the best that you can. So strong transition here. Unravel just your arms, okay? Press into the standing right leg and draw the left knee in towards your navel. If you get lost or fall out, it's okay. Use your left hand to bring your left leg into a tree. Yeah, so the right arm is up and the left hand is on your ankle, getting your foot situated into a tree pose. Just notice the energy here and how the balance takes a little, it's a little different. Once you feel that you have your balance, see if you can now join your left arm back up. Once you get to this tree pose, hug your hips in. So think of the way your legs were in that extended side angle. It's the same pose. Lift from your waist and then challenge yourself with where you look, maybe up a little with your eyes. Maybe your hands need to come back down to prayer. Stay in the pose. Yeah, so maybe your foot isn't high up on your inner thigh, just as long as it doesn't press against your knee, you're cool. Slide the hands to prayer. Just step down with your feet hips width distance. Slide the hands to hips. Step back with your right foot, about 3 feet. Walk your left foot a little to the left. I find that that alignment helps. Left hand on hip, right arm up. Really lengthen up. Use your left hand to pull your hip back, come down halfway, steer the hips back a little more, and then come the rest of the way down. Use a block if it feels good. Most of us need something. A pillow, a block, a small child. We probably want to avoid bringing them in right now. Left arm up. Allow yourself to kind of check out a little in the pose. Like think a little less and feel a little more. Focus for the last little bit on the back leg. Yeah. Outer blade of the back right foot and all the little muscles around your kneecap. And then with that energy, slide your hips back a little more and see if there's more space to open up. Beautiful job. Nice and steady. Look down with your eyes, take both hands to the floor, and for 2 breaths, just fold. Just kind of savor that fold. And then come to the fingertips, bring your hands to your hips, pull yourself back up. Slide the arms forward, keep the left foot where it is, wrap the right arm under. Just do the arms first, then bend a little into your left leg. So the hip points are set up for you. And then from here, we try and float into eagle. Right leg wraps around the best that you can. Maybe the foot doesn't cross over the calf. You could use it as a kickstand. And then move your energy back into your heel. Lift the elbows up. Drop down deeper if you can. A natural curve in your low back. Squeeze your legs really tight. Just unravel your arms. Just do that much. Focus on your standing left leg. As you press to stand, hug the right knee in with your arms up. Keep the left arm up if you can. Use your right hand. Grab your ankle and use that hand to get your foot into a tree. Grip your hips in. So pause for a second and really get your stability here. So my hand is wrapped to the inside of my right leg, grabbing onto my ankle. Once you feel stable, lift, root, rise, right arm up. Hug the hips underneath you. Stand up nice and tall. Maybe look up a little with your eyes. Hands to prayer. Step down with the feet hips width distance. Slide the arms straight up towards the sky. Look up with your eyes. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Pause here. Create a little up dog with your chest. Be on your fingertips so they line up with your toes. And just slide your left leg back. Just step your left foot back. Walk the right foot a little to the right if you think you need more hip separation. Yes. And then root to rise, crescent lunge. Come up from that direction. Good. If you need to drop your back knee at this point, that's fine. Bring your hands to prayer, lean out in front of you a little bit, and then hook your elbow and twist. If something funky is going on in your lower back, I just want to keep this in mind. Stay more upright and just twist a little through your ribs. Focus on your leg strength. This is much more valuable if the lower back feels sensitive today. If you are going for the full deal, the elbow hooks, you want to wrap your right hip underneath you, activate your left leg super strong. Open up your arms if you want more. Look to the right. Look up maybe. Lean back a tiny bit. That's going to take the round out of your back. Stay with it. Look down, place both hands to the floor. Pause. Spring your left foot forward, hips width distance. Come to the fingertips, long spine, create a little arch in your upper back, look forward with your eyes, slide your right foot back, big step. Grip your outer hips in. This is working on proprioception, like moving from the front to the back of the mat. Grip the hips and then come up, crescent lunge. Hands to prayer, lean out in front of you a little bit, hook the elbow and twist. It's that concept of like, you know, if you're a righty and you always brush your teeth with your right hand, which I always do, and if you try and brush with the left, it feels really weird. So trying to move our bodies so we work our minds in different ways, even if it's subtle. Grip your hips, lean back a little. You can look up, you can look sideways. Stay with it. That left hip wants to wing out at the end, right? So hug it underneath you and then activate your back leg. Last 2 breaths. Hands to the floor. Plant the palms, okay? Activate your back leg. If you can do this deep from your core, that's the goal. Slide the left leg back, plank position. Look forward with your eyes, very slowly without your hips wavering. Drop your right forearm down. Drop your left forearm down. Pause here. Keep your right arm forward, or you can turn on an angle depending on your shoulder health. Roll to the outer blade of your right foot for a forearm side plank, left arm up. You can drop your knee if you need to. You can stagger the feet. Good. Pay attention to your left hip. It has a tendency to want to like peel way open. Lift from the bottom hip, look up. Look down with your eyes. Left forearm very slowly down, forearm plank. Keep the left forearm down. You may need to turn the arm on an angle depending on you. Roll, forearm side plank, right arm up. Stack the 2 hips, stagger the feet, whatever you need to do to kind of catch this. Good. Look down with your eyes. Move slow. Forearm plank. Stay here. I know. The camera didn't freeze. Stay in forearm plank. Lengthen. Take the round out of your upper back. Draw the navel in. Lower all the way down to your belly for a very brief Sphinx pose. It feels good. Yeah, so it's Sphinx, just reminding you, your arms come out a little further. Yeah, and then you want to feel like you're kind of dragging your chest through your body and you're moving the floor of the mat closer to you. Activate your legs. Press firmly through the tops of your feet like a really bold up dog. Good. Bring your forehead down. Drop your arms straight back. Yes. Arms are going to be like a set of airplane arms, or you can clasp them behind your back. Take a giant breath in. Activate your feet and your legs. Just lift your chest to start. Lift your chest, anchor your legs. This may be enough and feel good for you. If you want to let your feet float an inch or 2 up, do that. And then lift through your upper shoulder blades. Press your hips down. Make sure the feet aren't splaying apart too wide. They're about hips width distance. Take another big breath in. Exhale the breath, lower down. Let it go for a second. Slide your hands back to your lower ribs. So it's like closer towards your belly button. So you want to wrap your elbows in and your palms are flat. Curl the toes into the mat. Activate your legs strong. Look forward with your eyes and very slowly press up to a chaturanga from the ground. Straighten your arms to a plank, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, slide your right knee forward into a half pigeon. Keep going, guys, just a little bit more. Fold into half pigeon here. If you have something going on, you can go on your backs and take ankle to knee. Each exhale breath that you come to, See if you can let your body just fall a little deeper into the pose. Like nowhere you really need to go in the posture, just kind of melt. Staying in that meditation, that feeling, just press to down dog and move to the other side. Just curl the toes and let your body just move nicely into that left side. Fold into this. A little longer. Good. Start to press yourself up. Lean onto the left butt cheek. Swing the legs around. Let's take reverse tabletop today. So what's going to happen is you're going to bring your hands forward towards your butt. Anchor your feet. Take a giant breath in, and on the exhale breath, lift yourself up. Firm up the sides of your body. Focus on your feet, turning your thighs down and under. Lengthen your tailbone. I like to look straight up. If you can drop your head back, that's fine, but better to keep everything neutral. Lift a little higher. Exhale the breath, lower your seat. Take a breath in. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh now. Ankle to knee in this position. Take a giant breath in. Exhale the breath, lift up like this. If this isn't for you, just repeat. Drop your right thigh open, flex your foot firmly, and then lift from the tailbone to the back of your knee. Keep the left leg strong. Start to release your right leg up towards the sky. Flex the foot. Lift a little higher. Lower the right leg to meet the left thigh. Pause with the foot firmly flexed. Rebend the right thigh and the right foot. Get it to the floor, lift an inch higher. Exhale the breath, lower down. When you lower your butt, take your left ankle over your right thigh. Yes, it's kind of like a little dance movement. Yeah, inhale your breath. Exhale, lift up. Good. Drop the thigh open. Lengthen the tailbone. Look up with your eyes. Press down a little bit more. And then you can stay like this, or you can try extending your leg straight up towards the sky. Nice work. Steer your right thigh in a little. Lower your left leg to match your right thigh. Flex the foot firm. Rebend the leg and the foot. Get it to the floor. Lift a little higher. Exhale the breath. Lower down. Draw the arms around the front of the shins with your feet apart. Drop your eyes into your knees. Lower yourself down onto your backs. One more back bend to complete this flow. You can go right to a supported, back bend, or go to a full wheel. If you feel like you have that mobility today, flip your palms. Yeah, you may feel like it's not for you, and then just set yourself up for bridge or supported bridge. But if you want to go for it, flip the palms, bring the chin to the chest, take a giant breath in, and come on up. Great. Steer your feet, Kristen, forward. And then change the conversation in your head as you're up there, wherever you are in this pose. Tuck the chin, come out with control. If you're on a block, lift your hips up just enough that you can slide that block out. And then give your knees a giant squeeze in. Yeah, squeeze them in nice and tight. With your left leg out, draw your right knee towards your navel. Yeah, with your left leg strong, take your right leg and draw right knee towards the outside of the right ribs for a half happy baby with your left leg strong. Draw the right shoulder down into your back. Feel the lower back down. Draw the shin back in towards you, and then take the right leg over towards the left for supine twist. Look a little right, cactus your right arm. You can use your left hand to encourage that thigh to drop. Roll up to center, relax the right leg, let it go just strong and long, and then hug your left knee. Start by drawing it in, and then keep your right leg straight. Draw the left leg to the outside of the ribs using your left hand to the outside of the foot. Half happy, baby. Keep your right leg strong. Keep your calf on the ground. Flex the foot firmly. Rebend the calf in towards the butt, hug the knee, and then drop the leg over to the right, supine twist. Come up to center. Set yourself up right now for Shavasana, complete rest. Separate your feet, separate your arms. Let your palms face open. Make yourself comfortable. If you want to put the playlist on the last song, you can do that. Just let go. Take a big breath in. Loud cleansing breath out. Press all that energy out. Bring your arms up over the top of the head. Take a full body stretch. Opportunity to restart the day right here. It's pretty cool. Hug your knees to your chest. Give them a big squeeze in. If you want to ignore me and just stay down, good for you. Rock yourself up to sit when you're ready and if you're ready. And the final parts of the practice are so important because you could just feel like how your body feels at the end. Hopefully a little bit more grounded, feels a little bit more supported, and definitely have gratitude. Bring your hands to prayer. Bow your head for a moment. Have some closure with this practice. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thanks for joining me. As always, a lot of fun. See you soon.
Thank you.